coming in. Just setting up, and yeah, just a few minutes. If you can just confirm you can see my chart, then that'll be great.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, that's great. Okay. Right now, you literally I marked you up today. I don't know. A lot of you guys probably wasn't there. I just marked it up, and if those things happens, then I'm going to take trades. Otherwise, I'm not going to take trades. FOMC, it's too dangerous if you're in the wrong side. What I usually do is I usually don't really trade FOMC. I usually wait, and after the news release, then I would wait about 15 minutes, and then if I see it's following my markup, then I would look for entry. Otherwise, I don't really trade FOMC. It's just not worth it. It's just one of those, you could jump over your stop and end up, you don't know what kind of movement is going to take place. Sometimes it doesn't move, and sometimes it could be like 100, 200, 300 pips movement. So it's too risky. Some days you are all prepared, ready, market only makes no movement at all because nothing changed in the meeting, because I don't really have any information in terms of what is happening with the meeting. But I usually wait for 15 minutes after the data release. So then when I see the direction, then I take it. Otherwise, I don't really take it. Maybe not. Right, somebody messaged. I'm just reading the message. Okay, so that's fine. If someone can't attend, that's really fine. I'm just sitting in front of the computer to see if there is going to be any opportunity, because I didn't trade much today. We just a trade from yesterday's closed it. Right now, JP, we got 1 minute. We're going to have some news, some data going to release, and I'm expecting that market to just push the price up first and then to come back down. After half an hour, then we're going to find out the FOMC statement going to be released. So really don't know what is going to happen with that. But I'm expecting the first movement to the top, and then I think we're going to get a pullback, and then possibly make that, and then we'll find out the right move. Let's see if right. So those are my markup before. So those are the areas that I was like I think Sherwood was on in the morning when I was marking up. Market looked exactly the same place after what, 8-9 hours later. It hasn't moved. It was just there. Because I was looking at, if I see the market at 7 o'clock here, that's when I'm ready for sell position. And if I see market here, that's when I'm going to look for my buy position. But market is exactly the same place. Traders do that. I usually just watch, because those kind of ones, you could find out the direction for tomorrow, like could be a reversal in place. And even if you don't trade, it's good practice to just watch to see what is actually doing. So as you can see, guys, my chart is exactly, this is the way I usually set up my chart. And I would be expecting you guys to do similar thing. If you got 4 screen or 3, at least 2 screen, that's even better. But if you don't, oh, there you go, that move took place. What is it? Which way did you make the move? To the top. Yep, that's the move I was expecting, to the top. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to jump in. That's the move expecting. Then, as you can see, so why did I was expecting the move to the top first. The reason for that is the rate, expected the rate to stay the same. And then jumping in now, it won't be foolish thing to do. I mean, if you had the setup here, then it would be fine. But now it should be out. So it's heading towards my entry right now. Actually, that's where I was looking to buy from. But I'm not going to jump in, because I know there's half an hour later is a proper direction changer coming. So I'm not going to jump in unless I find that out. Right. So this is the move it took place. Okay, so that is 15 minutes. So as you can see, I got three charts here, right? All the same, all Euro USD, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, hour, daily. The reason for that is when you're actually taking the trade, your eyes cannot move from the screen. You need to see exactly what is happening with all the time frame for you to make a decision quickly. Because now, if you're in a trade, you just say, yeah, it's a good trade because everything going fine. You may be on 5 minutes, something forming. It could be in 15 minutes. It could be an hour. It could be any time frame. It's probably a pattern, reversal pattern forming. So by having those 4 time, depends what depends what time frame you're trading, because that is more set up for the daily trading setup. So you have your daily, you have your
Our trend lines, which our trend lines and our system, which should be on all the charts.
no, you don't, because you're going to confuse yourself. You have it on your main markup, which is your daily markup.
Daily charts. All right.
Yeah, other ones you're just going to confuse yourself, because those are the major levels you already marked up. So daily, these are the red lines, are the my zones, selling opportunity and buying opportunity, because until it breaks out of them, then the direction of this range changes. So basically, I got the markup here. So even if I'm looking at my 5 minutes or 15 minutes or an hour, I see the market heading towards that line, which is, I know, is a good level of resistance there. I will be thinking about booking my profit, or is it going to break through? If it is, I'll move my stop and hold. And if not, if I see anything forming even on 15 minutes, 5 minutes, I would come out, because this is the area that likely to bounce from. So right now, this is what I usually do. So right now, it's a buy setup. I said that from yesterday. It's a buy setup. We cannot jump in because of just a setup there, especially the news. Although it's shooting up, what is it? No, another 15 minutes later, you could see back to where it was. So now, because I am focusing on that GBP, the Euro USD, because this is the one that it's more of my trading pair. So I need to see what am I really expecting for tomorrow, or maybe for next week, because that could be the which way. I just want to have a quick look. Euro CHF, I think it's going to the top. Yes, it is. Right, Euro CHF, you know the level I showed you, Sherwood, at 61 or 65. This is the way, this is the area that if it touches, looking to sell. It's heading towards there. It's not there yet. You see how Euro CHF was behaving all day, was keep bouncing there, pretty much all day at the same place, and just as soon as the news release, just bounce. So a lot of guys get it wrong when they're trading. They think FOMC is just for Euro USD, just for USD. It affects the whole market. Any major news on USD, it just everything is upside down. So that is the reason that you can't just say FOMC, I'm going to trade other pairs. It's a less. It doesn't affect as much as say with Euro USD pair, but it does make an effect on all the pairs. To do myself. So that is the reason that mark up first and then make your decision, and then nothing should change your mind. No matter what, nothing should change your mind, because you need to understand it's 50-50 game. Nobody's right and nobody's until you're out of the trade. So that is the reason that you should never, doesn't matter what you think, even if you mark to yourself and you in a trade and I send the same trade out, maybe opposite direction to you, you should not doubt your analysis, because even if only way you're going to find out is if you're right or wrong, or if I'm right or if I'm wrong, is after the trade. So everybody got the same equal chance, and you can make your decision based on, if I give you a reason, say this is the reasons I think it's a buy, and if you think, okay, you might have done something wrong, then that's fine, but otherwise you should never change your mind. Doesn't matter what, it's 50-50. So let's say if this is the major level, that is the level that need to be taken out, then we'll see possibility 17. Until that, it's more towards the downside, even if it's looking bullish right now. It's still towards the bottom. Yeah, so that's that. Right, who else is here? Because okay, I'm looking at CHF. Sorry guys, I'm just watching the setups as well. Right, so pretty much I hope you guys could understand my frustration. Look at the names on the list, and I post the link within 5 minutes. They put it on. Why would they actually put it on if they don't have the time, or if they can't make it, or because I don't know if all of you guys there. Was it last year? I had like groups of 150 guys, open chat group, but the reason I closed it is too much hassle. It's like guys come in, spam the group, and they were messing around, and this is not what I had in mind. I thought they're here to learn, and that's the reason I closed my open chat. I only have the handful of guys. We usually discuss about trades and stuff, and what I got is the guys that seriously really wants to learn, not there just to make money tomorrow, who's got time to learn and practice and then progress. Those are the guys I'm going to take them in, and we're going to have the group that there'll be no spamming, nothing. We talk about trade. That's it. Nobody actually we don't post anything else. Only what we do is we talk about trades, and I just going to move those guys that seriously wants to take it further. But who else is it here? I know we have I do understand that thing as well. The time zone. Yes, we got different time zone, but I have tried it in the morning. I tried it in the evening. I tried it in the middle of the night just to see like what are the best time for everybody. There's no such thing. I always see those guys that come in, they are available at every other time. So I'm not going to waste. We're just going to go and move on with it. And also with
It's 3 a.m. here, Aki.
yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, I know. This is the problem. But as I said, if you guys serious about trading, no matter what time zone you are, you have to be available to trade European session and US session. Those are the two time, regardless of what time what time zone you are from. If you have long-term plan, you have to be available for those trading hours. Otherwise, this business is not going to be suitable. It would be pointless wasting time, because you don't want to trade now. Market, I mean, if there was no event like this, market would be just sitting there, and you are trying to trade on what? There's nothing there for you to trade. So that is the reason that with a long-term plan, you might have to alter certain things to fit those times, because with every business there's certain times you need to be open to run the business. With forex, those are the main times, European and US session. Rest is just sitting there. It's like doing nothing. And look at this candle, man. Just you see, this was the markup, and I said this is the area that I should be looking to buy from. There's one area here, another one below. So it did come out. So why do you think, guys, why did the market just bounce here? Anybody got any clue why? Why is it here? Not could have been here, could have been there. Why is the market just stopped here and then decide to reverse? I'm not talking about that because of the news. I'm just saying, why did the market stop here? It could have stopped here, could have stopped here. Why is it particularly around this area? Anyone got any clue? What could possibly be? Even if you analyze your chart, if you have a look at your chart.
Okay, you have your trend line over there, right?
I mean, you've seen it land in the morning. You've seen it in the morning. So what that line is, this one is in a bigger time frame. I think it was weekly trend line. This is exactly where the weekly trend line is. And look exactly where it hit this trend line, and market just paused. So, and that's when the market reversed. So I was waiting for if the market dropped below, my setup was I'm going to take a short position here. And market didn't. So next one is this level here is pretty much taking out this range, and that's where I was thinking of taking a buy, but no, I'm going to take give a miss right now. It's already made a 70 pips movement. I'm just waiting for it. I'm just going to wait for a pullback. Market is not going to just continue going up and up and up. It's going to retrace back. So that is a nice candle to trigger the trade. Right. So yeah, I just want to see the daily, where the daily's candle is closing. This is finishing with a very bullish, but still it's not confirmed buy on Euro USD. By the way, Euro USD is still on sell zone. Euro USD is big sell, is a bit, from my analysis, Euro USD a big sell coming. It's when it's going to come, I think somewhere from 18 to 20 level. That's where the big sell is going to come on Euro USD, and that's where I am getting prepared for. Let's look at weekly here. And always when you look at the mark up the chart to find the direction, always look at the bigger time frame. That's one thing that you, even if you don't mark on it, just quickly have a look at the bigger time frame for the clear direction. So look, mobile phone traders, that's what that usually happens. Look at it. I'm going to show you example because I know a lot of you guys. I don't know if you guys on the call, but a lot of guys, what they do is they'll be doing. Well, I can't show you example of mobile phone, but I'll go into 5 minutes to show it. So that could be mobile phone. Okay, so you are taking a trade. That could be a daily or weekly or hourly, 5 minutes, whatever it is. So you're looking at this on your phone, and wow, it's a great uptrend. What a strong uptrend that is. But that is actually a clear downtrend. So when you're trading, you always have a look at the bigger time frame for the main direction. So this one is clearly a downtrend. There's no two ways about this one. It's clear downtrend. Then that's on weekly. You looked at daily. I don't really look at monthly because I don't really hold the trade for more than a few days, maybe a week. That's why I don't really bother looking at the monthly. That confuses you too much. Have a glance on weekly. Mainly is markup on daily, because I've seen the most result is on daily if short-term traders. So now, especially when you guys look, a lot of you guys actually look at the mobile phone and say, okay, I think it's a good trade. Look at this. Mobile phone is going to show you just that. What you're seeing on my screen is this is what you're going to see in mobile phone. There's nothing else you'll be able to see it. So when you make that bigger, smaller to see, look, it's clear downtrend. So that is the reason that a lot of guys actually take a trade based on mobile phone, look at the mobile phone and they think it's a good trade, and they're not seeing all full picture. And that's where the most guys actually failing on. It's not because they're not a good trader. It just they're more seeing on mobile phone, because when mobile phone it's one candle there, could be in 5 minutes candle. It looks like a full reversal, right? The time is not that 8.
Also, I mean, it does go in opposite of gold, exactly opposite. Like,
all right, ESD head crashing down, is it?
yeah, yes, JPY.
Is it crashing down?
Yeah.
Yeah, will be. Yeah, there's a correlation with them too, because USD losing then JPY gets strong. Yeah, look at this. Damn. Now I'm looking at my trades. I was on sell for last 3 days.
Oh yeah.
I was on sale
That
for
would be
3 days.
nice.
3 days sale. Those things, it happens. So that's why you cannot look back and say, "Oh, I wish." Those opportunities are going to be there next week as well. But you're going to miss some. You're going to get some. When things like that, decent profit and event. When this, if I was in the trade, for example, and I was in say 45, 50% profit, and this event come in, and I'm not doing anything about it. How do I know this move going to be continued there? It could have taken me out. So these things, you just have to make some decisions, and sometimes it goes for you, and sometimes it don't. As long as you're not losing money, you should never look back. You should never look back to say, "Oh, wish," because those opportunities are going to be there every week. Every week, opportunities going to be there. So when I said hope and pray is not going to work, is because this is direction being changed, and no matter what you do yourself, you cannot change that, because they are going to take it, and that's when everybody else start following as well. Like this, something like that. You're trying to sell. This is a reversal pattern here. Obviously, there's a big orders there. This is the reason that we see a reversal here. So that is the look at it. Look, I'm going to show you what I'm going to show you guys. Those, if you're trying to take too much information, it's just complicated. You won't be able to trade. It's just going to be too much information for you to trade. Then you're going to end up missing all these opportunities. And what I see on them is, no matter what they're setting out, no matter what news coming out, or no matter what is happening in this world, when I see these pattern forms, end up following them. Look at this one. The engulf pattern I talk about.
Yeah.
Right. Look at today's news. Forget about today's news. We don't know what is going to happen or what is actually happening. Look, this formed 3 days ago. This candle formed 3 days ago. So where is the market? It's heading to the top. Look at this one. This is Harami, which is one candle reversal pattern formed. One candle reversal pattern formed. And look what happened with the market. Market is heading towards downwards. Look at this one here. This one is, it's Harami. Harami is another word for inside bar. This formed. Then why did the market follow through with this move? And then next few days later, reversal took place. engulfed, then market moved here. So even no matter what other information we look for, is those patterns. If you take 10 trades based on those patterns, I can guarantee, well, I can't really guarantee you, but I can show you that at least you will get minimum six right, even if you don't analyze the chart. If you don't analyze the chart, you just take a trade on them, you don't know where those levels are, you take a trade, I can say to you, you will come out on top, which means you're not going to be in a losing position after 10 trades. After 10 trades, you will have you will be in blue. So that's the reason that I always trying to make guys understand. Forget about other indicators, forget about everything else. You're going to add those things to increase your chances. But you need to find, for you to take, why would you take a trade? Is because the candlestick telling us when should be taking a trade or not. Because I have tried all these tools where different things cross over, do this, do that. It's so many fancy words, indicators. I've lost count. I spent about $3.5 on indicators to find out where is those indicators that makes money. Everybody, at the end I got sick of it. It's sometimes it works, sometimes it works because actually the market is doing it. It's not because of the indicator is good. It just seems to be happening, but there's nothing with a consistency. There isn't anything I found until I start to invest time in front of the chart and it's time to see why are those pattern forms. And then I start to found those are the three common ones, reversal patterns, and it works wonders. Every signal I send, it could be in different time frame, but I look for those things and I take my trades. It doesn't matter about everybody else selling or buying. You see these on daily, how powerful they are. This, you don't know what is happening tomorrow. You don't know what are the likelihood of you winning the trade. Say you saw this pattern formed and you decided, okay, I see this pattern. Now I'm ready for take a trade. So you took a trade here. Say you took it. Next day, what happened? This, okay, next few days. So that's one example. You could say, okay, that's just happened. You guys just pick one pair, any pair, because you probably think I just picked this one. Just pick one pair. I'll show you it works on every chart. If you guys got anything in mind, just say, I'll just go on it and I'll show you it works every chart the same way. But you'd have to build a strategy to increase your chances. But when those things happens, that's giving you almost 50% upper hand on yourself for you to increase your chances. 50% is there, giving you there. Guys, a lot of you guys struggle to find the entry. Here is the entry signal. Here is the entry signal. Here is the entry signal. Those are the things, three things that triggers the trade. That doesn't mean you're going to win the trade, but those are the trigger points. And when you look at those triggers, every one of them, look how many times it actually works. Okay, you're going to say, okay, I'm going to just name it engulfed, harami. Those are common ones because you can see it straight away. You don't have to search for it. Engulfed, pin bar, and harami. Those are three common ones. So I'm going to go through all the things that you should be mark up and then look for those things. That's when you enter. But forget about those markup and everything. Just look how the market behave. All this been happening. Look at this formation. This didn't form out of nowhere. It formed for a reason. Then maybe it could be any time frame. I don't know what time frame it is, but all I know is, why is the price rejection here? It means good level of support or resistance, either way, which way I'm looking at it. If I'm looking to sell, it's good level of resistance there. And I'm looking for my three things that I look for. This is it. I see all this happening, and then all of this I'll be sitting there for 5 days, possibly 5 days, possibly 1 day, possibly 2 days. This is the trigger for my trade. For me to look for short, this is it. So if I saw this candle, I'm ready. Next day, I'll be thinking about taking a trade. I'll be thinking and thinking and thinking. And I see this formed, I'm ready, but I'm not going to jump in the trade yet. I will place an order here now because I got 1, 2, and this is my trade. So I'll be watching out and see what happens next day. Is the market going to come below this rejection? No, I'll just set my order there. And next day, it didn't happen. My order is not triggered. Next day, it didn't trigger. So look how long it took before order got triggered. And this is the trade setup. Now, you could say this one happened because it looks so good. Let's move on to another one. This may not look the best. So look at this one as well. So it depends what time frame you're trading. This move took place. So obviously there will be a pullback. This is clear, strong move. Now,
Yeah, this is the clearest one.
yeah, this is quite harder to find this one. This would be more harder to identify the trade as well. So you saw this, what is it? It's after this move, it's more safe to buy. But after all this, market is not going to continue. You're not going to continue. That is off 450 pips, 400 pips, which means the market is not going to continue forever for another 1,000 pips. It's going to do a pullback. So now that you are looking for a trade, because this is a buy, clear buy, now you're looking for a pullback. You're not looking for all the way down. You're looking for pullback now. So pullback, 300 pips, was it 400 pips? If you're looking for a trade, you're looking for about maximum 200 pips pullback. So next you're looking for this one. It's not the best setup, by the way, but let's see what happens based on those three things. See if you would have made a little bit of money or not, because this is not the best setup. This is possibly one of the worst one you can actually look for. Not the best. So let's see how if it follows. So we saw this. So what do we look for for our trade? We look for engulfed, harami, or pin bar. We're looking for those three things. Is there anything that happening here? No. There's a signs of it. There's a price rejection. Okay, I'm interested. This, I am still interested. Price is rejecting. There you go. Engulfed. Now I am interested. This is a start with engulfed. It's not the best engulfed, by the way. Look at it, but it is engulfed. So you took a trade based on your three rules. You said, okay, I'm going to take a trade. So when you take a trade, you took it maybe here or maybe here. I would say around here. But this is not the best trade. So let's say you took it as usual. Took it here. Your stop is there. Maybe you are targeting up to here. But in this case, market got to what? 112 pips. Your stop is 100 pips. So you got 2-1 by just following this with the engulf pattern. You just gone. This is not the best engulf rejection. I would think twice before I take a trade. I'm just giving you an example that if you had took it, for example, you have took it just because it's engulf, you took it. Still, you got it. You got the move. So next one, let's look at it. Let's go on it because this one is more of range. Even in the range, because I want to give you guys example of how powerful it is. Finding the good ones is something that you have to work towards it to get those ones. But even just taking them, can you actually make money, or are you going to be a losing trader? By just following it, even in a bad setup, you still will make a little bit of money. This is possibly the difficult one that you can actually came across. This is actually a first thing you have to find this to get this one to take a trade. You need to see what is actually happening there. It's at a range, so it's not a good place to look for. Right now, it's not a good place to look for entry. But say you don't know much about analyzing the chart. You just saw these things, and I always follow those three patterns. Let's say if you had done anything, if you had done it here, what would happen there? This is a bad place to look for it. So we see this move. We're looking to sell here. Okay, we got this. We got engulfed here. This is a bad one. This is not the best place to sell. Okay, we got engulfed. So that is our, by rules, it's to sell. So we took it, we put an order here, and what happened? Stop is at, in this case, it would have been 130 pips stop. Yeah, 130 pips stop, because that is on daily chart, and you're going for engulf. So there, and the next thing, what happened? You waited. First day comes into profit, 50 pips. That's when I advise to book partial. But next move took place, it taken towards your stop. It's heading towards your stop, but it didn't hit your stop. Market come back down again, and then it reverse again once, then come back, then reverse again, and then move down, then one back up, then made the move. Look how long it took for you. It didn't even take you out by just even entering on that candle, because it's engulfed. You entered because of engulfed. It's all about the example I'm showing you here. Is this one is so much, you have to be how patient you would have been. You would have to be to win this trade. Look how many times it went to your towards your stop. There, you'd be like, you took a trade here, nice profit, you didn't do anything. You're like, oh no, now it's going to hit my stop after 3 days later on the trade. But if you had just left it to say, I believed on that candle, my analysis says sell, I just sold it. If I get stopped, I get stopped. But look at what happened. You almost got 1-1 here and there by just doing this one. Forget about this move. This move, we don't know about this move. All we know is this candle. So in this example here, my trade plan is, if I see engulf, I'm going to sell. So by doing this, if you stick to those three things, you will make you will be a profitable trader by doing it. But the reason that you're going to lose is it's other things that involved in trading, this trading psychology. Can you imagine you took a trade here? This is the perfect one. You took a trade here. This trade, you took it. Look how many days you'd be sitting there. You got to 1-to-1, which is you won the trade. You should have booked partial profit by then. So what happened then? All this for 1 week. 1 week. Can you imagine 1 week battering your stop, getting closer to your stop? What would you do? You'd be like, let's call it a day. This 2 weeks of waiting before you win the trade. There is not many guys who would have that patience to hold that trade for that long. That would be the problem of losing that trade. And that happens not once, not twice. It happens over and over again. This new trend is, you see any, right? You guys probably say, I'm just picking them. Give me this chart here. So I'm here sitting there. I'm looking for a trade. Right now, obviously, this would have been engulf candle. This would have been my buy. This would have been my buy without any question. That would have been my buy. Okay, I missed that opportunity. So, for example, say so this trade. Why did that trade trigger here? Why did that market reverse here? Let's see if we can find those 3 things that we look for. 1, nope. That is closer to pin bar. That didn't. What does actually trigger? Yeah, that trade is triggered by Harami here. The Harami, the inside bar trigger this trade. Look at this, and then next move take place here. But market reversed back and then continued. But look where the market is. But look at what actually triggered the trade. It's here. This is what actually triggered this move. You probably think this one, maybe this one, but actual move started here. This is where actual move started, because 3 things I look for, I found one. So I found a reason why the market reversed here is because of this one, or maybe this one of these candle. I think it's that one because that is more clear. So that is a clear inside bar. This triggered this one. So next one, let's look at here. Look when the reversal take place. Look at this uptrend here going up, and then we're looking for trade. When did that move? What did it trigger this one? Engulfed. That one is, we could say engulfed, but that one is very difficult, to be honest. This one is most of the guys, if I said 3 rules, would possibly miss this one, because that is engulfed. It's just quite difficult to identify that one. So you probably missed this opportunity here from there. But let's say you missed it, because that would have been the perfect entry, because that is the one that entry should be here. But say you missed it, then you're looking for next possible entry. Next possible entry. So where? Say a few days later, you saw the market here, and you took the position there. Ideally, to be perfect, which is, you are never going to get that opportunity, like perfect entry here. But you say you missed that one. Is it worth for you to take that one? Engulfed. Did it follow through? Yes, it did follow through. So that's where the trade triggered, but you missed it because that is a difficult one to actually.
Okay, my question.
This one is a difficult one. Yeah.
Yeah. See now this left one. Yeah, the first one you told. Okay, let's see if we take this as an engulfing candle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now this goes down, this goes down, this goes down. Now we have a support over there. That's the reason we are taking a trade. But
what I'm saying now, no. Listen, Sherwood. We are not going into support resistance yet. This is just to show you guys what actually happens. Why does the market changes? You just need to understand first. Marking up, we're going to mark up why, exact position, exact places. That's a different thing. Because I want to make sure that you guys understand what those patterns are, and why do the market reverses on those 3. Why is it so every time? If it was once or twice, you could say, you know what, that just happened by luck. Why does it every time market does the same thing with these patterns? That's what I'm trying to understand and make you guys understand. You know, guys, looking for trades, looking for entries, looking for sometimes you probably don't know if you should be selling or you should be buying, or sometimes you're looking at your stochastic to tell you. Sometimes you're looking at your MACD to crossover. You're looking for, you put everything aside. Now I'm just showing you guys other things is for confirmation. And this is what actually happens if you don't have anything on it. If you don't have anything on your chart, this is what usually happens. And I'm trying to make you guys understand is market reverse for a reason. And since I started trading and taking notice of those candles, because I got sick of using indicators. I really got sick of it because it just some days overbought, market shoot up again. Oversold, market is still going down. So it was another things, tried so many different things. Then when I noticed that, I realized that why then I started asking myself, because I was going through candlestick books and stuff like that, because I find it really difficult to read books. It's like I can't spend time. Then I said I'm going to spend my time on the chart, and I started marking up. And when I was seeing those three patterns, and I said to myself, okay, let's see what actually happens with three patterns. Then every time I see market turns is based on those three things. It's like almost 80% of 85% of the time market turns with three things. I see three things that actually turn the market around. And those three things, I start practicing my demo. I say, you know what? Every time I see this, I'm going to take a trade. Every time I see this, I'm going to take a trade. Do you know what? Without me analyzing it, I start to see my demo account growing like crazy. I'm thinking, whoa, wait a minute. So I need to work on entry, and I need to work on my I need to find a strategy around it. And that's when I start to do on a smaller time frame, working along. But I start doing this on my daily time on demo account without looking anything else. I just said to myself, I want to see if I can see if there's something actually happening here. So every time I see pin bar, I sell. Every time I see engulf, I sell or buy. Depends what direction. Every time I see inside Baharami, I sell or buy. Depends which direction it is. And without me doing anything else, it's pretty much on my demo account for 6 months is hitting about 50-60% without anything else, just selling it on them, just buying it on them. And I was shocked to see that kind of result without even without marking up. Guys, I didn't even mark up to see, because I'm looking for strategy. I'm not looking for markup, find entry, this, that, just to see how the market react on them three things. And I start to see results coming out of this. And where I spent almost $3.5 on indicators, that didn't provide me that kind of result by following those indicators. But candlestick did give me almost 60% without me putting a single mark on the chart. So that's why I said to you guys, let's put some time on. How many of you guys here? Because no matter how much I tell you, it's not going to make much sense until you do it yourself. Let's open a demo account. It's not going to cost anybody anything. Let's open a demo account, and what you're going to do is those three patterns. Let's just practice on it. Just sell or buy, depends what direction it is. You have a plan of put your stop. You always put your stop and treat it as a real money, not just any lot size and stuff like that. Just go with the money that you personally would trade. Use that kind of lot size. Don't just go in because you got 100,000 money there. Go with a lot size that you would normally trade, the money that you would normally trade with, and stick to that kind of lot. Otherwise, you're going to get into a habit of trading with big lot, and then when you have real account, you're going to start trading the same way, and that is not going to work. That's not going to benefit you whatsoever. So open a demo account. I advise you guys, just open a demo account. Even now, just click on it and open a demo account, because I know after that, you're not going to do it. Open a demo account, practice those three things on, and pick your pairs. It could be any pairs that suits your time. Just pick a handful of pairs. I picked my two, and rest is on the side. If there's no setup, I usually look for the ones. EURUSD, JPY, those are the two of my setups. The reason for that is I don't have to look for markups. I mark up once a week. I just know all those levels.
So you said pin bar and engulfing. What's the other one?
Other one is different people use different phrase. Harami, or known as inside bar.
Example of harami.
Yeah, inside bar is the rule for that is the opening price and close price got to be inside the previous bar. So it could, if you are selling, it has to be inside the bullish bar. If you are buying, it has to be inside the bearish bar. So in this one, so let's see if we can find one example. Harami is sometimes it's a little bit difficult to identify, but if you look closely, then you will be able to see it. Harami, look, this one, this trade, this move has started with inside bar. I'll show you. Look at this candle here. Can you see it? Shall I make it bigger?
No, sure, I could see it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, let me get back. Where was it? I lost it. Oops, I think I lost it. I forgot where I was. It was a nice candle. Okay, let me go back and see if I can find it.
Make it smaller, so.
Yeah. I'm just made it bigger and then I lost it. Okay. Well, if we don't find this one, we'll find other ones. Okay, let's see. This. I'm looking for. Yeah, this is also classed as inside bar. Can you see that one there?
Yeah.
Look at the price. It doesn't matter if the price goes above, long as opening and closing price inside. So let's say if that was actually inside, because it looks inside, but it might not be. It has to be inside. You cannot say, oh, a few pips above. That is not valid. It has to be inside. So let's see. When I make it bigger, it just disappears. Okay, what I need to do is I need to put a mark on first and then go on it. Okay, so this candle we're looking at. Otherwise, I'm going to be here all day. Okay, so let's see. So that one is not the best one, but we'll go into clear ones. Okay, this bar we're looking at. Okay, look at this bar. Okay, oops. Can you see that bar?
Yes.
Right. Look at the opening and closing price. Open and look at closing price. So inside this candle, it's inside, clearly inside there.
Yeah.
Price closed inside, although it went up, but closed inside. That is also, it's an inside bar or harami. I call it harami. So that is actually trigger point is there, and then other things happening in between, and then market make the move. But actually, this is where the signal candle is. When you see things like that, you look for your entries. So when you're looking for your entries, always below the candle. Your entry is below this candle. The candle you actually got, always entries below the candle. You just don't jump on the candle, always below. So what would happen is, say you saw this pattern and you say, okay, it's a harami. Okay, I'm going to take my trade because this is one of my rule. So you took this one, entry here, stop above the candle. Stop above the candle. It could be 15, 20 pips above, or even 10 pips above. I would say about 10. Depends. If it's daily, at least 15, at least 30, 20 to 30 pips. Because daily, that's if you're trading hourly, maybe 10 pips above, or next support level. I would just put it easiest way to me for me to explain to you guys. Just say above, few pips above the candle. So, like for example, this. Look, if you had put it exactly on the candle, what would happen is, even if it's a good trade, just by 10 pips, you'd have been taken out here, and then you'd have missed this move. So that's why it's just be sensible. Say, here's my candle there. I'm going to, on daily, 10 pips is 15, 20 pips is nothing. So 10, 15 pips above the candle, and then you take place your order or take your order, take your trade. So this, you took it there because you saw that inside bar. So how long it took you before that the trade started to go in your favor? Okay, place, and finally you got this move, which is like 1 to 2. I mean, you should be thinking about cashing in or partial profit booked if you've got long-term plan. But even get to there, that's a successful trade. And by not doing anything here, back to your entry again. So that is the reason I say always, when whatever the time frame you're trading, this could be an hourly, this could be hourly, first move to place. This is, if it's hourly, this is your first move. That's when what you do is you book your partial. So what happened next? This could be an hourly trade, and then market went back up to your entry. If you had booked your partial profit, and you know the reason you entered is here, market did not go above it, what you could do, you could add that 50% you booked here, could have been add here, and now that if the market goes and hit your stop, you would not lost much as you would lose exactly the same as what you entered here. You haven't lost anything. You would not be losing anything more than if you had just left the trade running. By you doing something here, giving you the opportunity to add. So you added here. Now that if the trade goes in your favor, you made more money than you had with your initial entry, because you booked profit here and you re-entered here, and then you made more money than you would have made with one position. So you have bad ones, but that did follow inside bar, the trade follow. Now look at another one. Engulfed, you got it, and your stop is here. and you entered. So what happened? First few days, you're in a negative. You're in a negative. So this is worrying time. You'd be like, am I in a good trade? Am I in a good trade? But your eyes, you need to understand the reason behind you enter the trade. Your reason is this candle. Is the price going below my candle? If not, I should not be worried. It's still respecting my my trade plan until it goes below. So look at it. You entered first day, you're in a profit, and then straight market reverse next day. Reverse, 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 and heading towards your stop. 100 pips down. You're 100 pips down. So what happened next? You should not be panicking because heading in the wrong direction. We should be focusing on that candle, reason behind you entered. You entered on this candle, price did not go below it, you're all good. And then a few days later, then the move that you're looking for took place. So that is the thing that, guys, when you enter a trade, don't expect straight we're going to be hitting your direction. Sometime you have to wait for a certain time. Depends what time frame you're trading. This one, daily time frame. You do not expect next day you're going to make a market going to go in your favor. Next day might not do. The only thing you need to focus on the reason behind you enter the trade. This is the reason you entered, and then you got the move. But next thing, say you miss this move here. This would have been the perfect entry. You missed it. So a few days later, you see market is here. You got another engulfed. This trade is triggered with another engulfed. So you enter the trade. So this time, where you're going to put this stop? Your stop is just below here. You're not going to go all the way there. That's if you're willing to take that risk. That's up to you. But because I'm taking on this candle, might set up this setup. Let's look for. So what did that trade trigger with? There must be a reason for this trade to trigger. Can we find it? Let's see if we can find the reason behind that trade. What is this? Can you see this, guys? Harami, inside bar. Inside bar, reversal. So did that actually, if you are looking to take a trade, would you be looking for any other things? No, this is the trigger points. Those are the things that you guys need to understand. Find other strategies, but there isn't anything that going to give you that accuracy. It's I just don't see there's anything else to give us any. If there's more accuracy than this, you can go on to like months and months and months before. You probably say it probably happened this month. You can go over and over again. But we're going to work on the levels that actually those forms and why are they forming. We're going to go into that before. What I'm showing you guys is those other things do trigger, but those are the common ones that I found triggers the trade, triggers the setup. Those are the three of them that change the direction of the trade every time. Pretty much every time you look at it, it triggers with those patterns. Policy, no, it's looking more towards buying opportunity here because I lost. Next thing, really buying opportunity. So there, I'll be looking for those patterns here. This one is this one actually started with another engulf pattern here. So then I'll be switching myself towards buy because I see this followed by an engulfed. I'll probably take a position somewhere there. These are more of ranging patterns, so it's quite difficult to identify them ones. So we're going to go through that. But what I'm saying is no matter if it's a small pullback, big one, full reversal, always triggers. Majority of them is triggered with those patterns: engulfed, harami, and pin bar. Those just write down, guys. And then practice on them ones. I think somebody unmute me. Okay. Anyway, guys, we're not going to spend too much time anymore. It's just that I want to show you guys what actually happened in the market. Those three patterns. You go onto your chart and have a look. Look for yourself. And these ones, the good and bad ones, it takes time. That's the only difference. Patient. You have to be very patient to see. Spend time from the chart, and you need to start to see when those are forming yourself for you to look for it. Eventually, what's going to happen is you're not going to even spend a minute on it. You're going to open your chart just like that, and you're going to say, is there a trade there? Because you're looking for those three things. No, you're going to close your laptop or computer and say, no, there's no trade today. This is what's going to happen because you're going to scan it so quickly with your eyes because you're looking for setup. You're not looking for trade right now. You're looking for setup. So you see these things not happening. You're going to say, like, I'm not going to waste my time. Setup is not there. So it's going to take time, but these are the things that triggers the trade, guys. No matter what you look for, I can guarantee you that you're going to come back to the candlestick again. So that's why just stop wasting your time and practice on that. And I can guarantee you that much. Your trading you will be progressing with your trading by doing this, because this is price action. what we're doing with candlestick is a price action. Everything's to do with price action. Look at it, would have done the same thing. The daily would have been doing the same thing. So if that was daily, you entered here, that may be 100 pips there. This would have been about 200 pips by now. So it works exactly the same way on every time frame. So this one is triggering with engulf pattern here. Engulf. Let's see what happened. Now give us 5 minutes. Look at this one, engulfed. It didn't follow through. So if you had entered this one, I'm not saying you should have been taking that trade right now, but I'm saying the engulf. If you just keep following those engulfed, you lost that trade. This trade is lost. So next thing, engulfed, you took the trade. This one is gone to 1-to-1, which means you should be booking your partial profit. It could be just going back up, but engulfed, it's followed through with 2 candles. Those candles on daily time frame. You see on daily time frame, just do it, and you will see the difference on your trading as well. But just don't jump in your live account, because it will take a lot of practice before you get it, because you're going to have so many of them false ones. But it doesn't matter if it's false. All I know, even with the false ones, I seen it goes into those 40-50 pips, even with the ones that really bad trade. But if it goes to 50 pips, I'll be happy to book my profit, to be honest, if it's a bad trade. But it does follow with those moves. Even if it's a bad trade, I've seen it many times. Even with the bad ones, I still see those even at 40 pips, 50 pips, and then goes and gets stopped. But and they think I've got something else to do this, do that. No, I don't. This is what I'm doing. You go into my every signal I send, this is what I'm doing. Its only thing is, the amount of time I spend from the chart, it's just that I can see those patterns happening even sometime beforehand. It's like chances of this forming. It's like chances of this happening, because so much time I spend and I can see it on different time frame, and that is going to take time. But now is all about getting a strategy in place. For you to go into trade, you have to have 3 reasons why you gone into the trade. You have to have 3 reasons, and you have to have some reasons to get out of the trade as well. You cannot book your trade unless you have a reason. You can't say, oh, it's a good money, I'm going to book it. No, you have to have reason to do it. Otherwise, you're going to have bad trades and good trades. You're not making most out of it. So the way it should be working, risk reward, is if you have 2 bad trades or even 3 bad trades, you have 1 good trade, you should recover your losses. So that is the one of the reason that a lot of you guys probably not making money. In terms of, that is the reason that I said to you guys, signal will never ever will make you income. It might make you good money here and there. Can you imagine me? 3 weeks I haven't lost any money. Since the year started, I haven't lost any money. I'm telling you guys on signals, I haven't lost any money. But I can guarantee you, a lot of the guys lost the money, because one, they could be on the bad one. It could be the bad signal they took, maybe 2 bad signals they took, and the good one they didn't. So what happened? They had a bad day or a bad week, and where I had maybe a break-even day, because I had 2 bad, I had 1 great trade. So because all the guys won't be able to take all the signals, that is the reason they will not be able to make money at the end. They'll have some good ones, some bad ones, and just not going to. It's just not going to happen. No matter who you follow, no matter what signal provider you're using, you will not make money. That's pretty much, I can guarantee you that. The reason for that is you're not going to follow every trade. Where if someone following me, I'm a trader who's taking trades. I'm taking my losses as well as I'm taking my wins as well. But you following, you probably be coming on and taking all the bad ones, and the good ones, you maybe missed it. So overall, you're going to have an awful week, where I had a decent week. So that is the reason that signal followers is something that they're just wasting the time and the money. I would advise the guys that actually just thinking about signals and to make money, you just stop and save some money rather than for trying to trade. It just never going to happen. I don't know if you guys are going to agree. It's just never going to happen. It's with signals, you will never make any money. And after that, the next things that are going to push you maybe another 50% is the trading psychology. Nothing else. It's pretty much marking up is probably about 10% of our trading, because these markup patterns you guys already know. But I can guarantee you're going to take trade, you're going to lose more than you win. And that's not because anything else. It's just certain times you're not going to even think, but you're going to do mistakes by pulling out too early, holding a trade. A lot of you guys, the mistake guys make because they don't know the reason they took the trade, they would move their stop. How many times you guys seen I got stopped out by maybe 3-4 pips sometime, and then next day market reversed and hit the target, so I got stopped out. The reason I didn't change is because I am trading with these rules where if it's 1 pip above my entry, above my setup, my trade setup is invalid. So if I keep doing this, chances are sometime I'm going to get it. I'm going to get stopped out by a few pips, but most of the time I'm going to get right. Market is not going to get there. And if I start keep moving my stop by doing it, oh, 1 pip is coming towards my stop, I'm going to move my stop. What will happen is if I keep doing this, eventually I'm going to make more losses. I mean, I'm going to lose more and more because what I've done is I calculated my risk. So me moving my stop, which means I'm risking more on that trade, and losing is just part of the game. Long as you're not taking too much risk. So I give you an example, guys. I took 3 trades on, say, engulf pattern. I took it and I lost first. Then I lost the second one. Then the third one, do you think I'm going to do anything different? No, I'll be doing exactly the same. Say I got stopped by 1 pip. Okay, first one I took trade, I got stopped out by 1 pip and market reversed and hit my target. So I got missed out on that trade. Second trade, I've done the same thing, and it went back up and took me out by a few pips and market reversed and hit the target. Do you think I'm going to do that any different for the third one? No, I'll stick to it. Third one, market went back. It couldn't get there. Market reversed, hit my target. I recovered all my losses. So that is because I stick to that. No matter what, I do not change my stop losses. If these on my analysis, I see, okay, there's a possibility maybe 5-10 pips. I might have missed that mark. Yes, I could do 5 pips. That's not going to hurt me. If you know just these things, you're going to look for the entry. Say, okay, Aki marked up there. I'm happy with it. Now let's see if I can find my entry. You will be looking for those patterns. Those are the things you're going to be doing. And that's all I want. I don't want the guys just to sit there. Aki, when is the signal coming? Why are you not sending more signals? It just does not make any sense. The less signal, the more money you could make. It's not always more signals, more money. Sometimes the trade is not there. You can't do anything about it. And a lot of guys just sitting there messaging, okay, when is the next signal? When is it? I was like, I can't force the market to. I mean, I can send you a signal and I can say you're going to make money in 2 years' time. Yeah, put a stop loss 500 pips and take that trade. You will make money. I can't. It can do this, but you're not going to make any money. So what is the point sending random signals? And with a stop, if I go with say 200 pips stop, chances are I'm not going to see many losses. There's very, very less chances I'm going to see losses if I take 200, 300 pips stop. But then in reality, you guys are not going to make money. Anyone in my channel is not going to make money. The reason for that is majority got a small account. So can you imagine you got $500 in your account and 200 pips stop? Your account is not going to allow you to even trade based on your risk management. I mean, you can take a gambling risk, but risk management wise, you cannot take a trade. You may be with 10p. I'll be waiting for 3 weeks later, you're going to get some profit. What is the point you taking that trade? If you're going to make $1 after 3-4 days later, you're going to see $1. So that is the reason that I don't send those kind of signals where stop loss is there. I'd rather be stopped. If I'm wrong, get out. If I'm right, I made my money. So that is the reason that I take my losses very, very fast. If you got the money, then you can trade without even knowing much. You got 100k account, guys. You don't need any sort of training. You do not need any trading. I can show you something. You got 100k account. You can go on holiday and you will make money. But we don't have that kind of money. So that is the reason we have to take things so seriously and so closely to make us money. Do you think guys that got like trading with a $1 million account, do you think they are better traders than us? No, not a chance. But they make more money because they got the money to do it, but we don't. So that's why we have to train ourselves to make money where they got the money to do it. You got that kind of money, you can put a trade, you're going to make money. That's bottom line. Anyone got 100k account, if they want to know how to make money without them spending time for the chart, I can show them, they will make money. Strategy to do it. Otherwise, everybody would have been a millionaire in this industry. Opportunity is there, but everyone would have done it. Right, guys. If you're not going to say anything to me, I'm just going to go back and forth, and keep chatting. Um, it's a psychology, guys. Trading psychology need to be built, and this is what takes good, long time. It just no matter how good you are, market catches you. It just you won't even realize when it catches. I've been caught out a few times. Sometimes you do get caught out where you don't realize what you just market take over you. And this is the bit that took me quite a while to cut off. Now my mind is so straight, simple, and nothing can change my mind when I'm in the trade. And that usually takes a long time to build. So this is the reason that guys that make money, they got the mind set, strategy set, they have the trading plan set. Doesn't matter what happened in the world, they will stick to the gun. And exactly that's what you need in the you guys need to build that as well. It's like bad trades. I lost the trade, so what? Because I know what I can do with my strategy. All I'm looking for one trade, and that one trade makes my week. And this is what you guys need to start to understand as well. It's not about how many trades I'm taking, how many trades I'm taking. You might even need one trade, and that could be it. That could be that for the week. You could be just sitting there. You all you see is every day is blue. Every day is blue because you in a good trade. You don't have to worry about anything else. Everybody's following you. You and the mark in that trade is where everyone is with you. And you could be sitting there. Sometime it could be a day, sometime a week. You'd be like, what is happening here? Why is that marker is not getting a pip above my entry? Because you in a good trade now. Everybody in this whole probably the world is going with you. Until it goes above, then my setup is invalid. So I stick to those plans. So you guys need to build something around your strategy. Depends which one you pick up. Because you might out of them three, you might add other things to it. That could be add on later. But right now is about knowing that when it's changing taking place. You guys, I don't know how long you guys been in the been trading for. Guys, if you don't share, then I will not have a clue what will be the best thing for you guys. What will be the best thing to look for to see if I can help. If you guys don't, I'm just going to go back to square one because this is what I've done last year and a half, 2 years. I had time with guys talking and doing this, but the thing is, they never communicate, and therefore, I don't know what. After a few weeks later, they disappear because they didn't learn anything and they didn't pick anything up, and I don't know what they're lacking, and that is one of the reasons that you guys, if you really want to, you guys need to communicate, guys. Otherwise, I won't know what are the things you would need to help you, because some of you guys probably are good traders, and where maybe little things that need to be touched on to improve your trading. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. It's just going to be more of wasting time, day in, day out. Seriously, that's one thing that I'm going to avoid because the time I'm spending with, not just today. Today's obviously I'm doing my trading. A lot of the time I do spend time like this. It's my family time I spend. It's not because anything else. It's just that if I can say, because 5 guys I know, and that is the reason I do this. 5 guys that I know they're actually making money on regular basis, not one trade wonders. They're making regular 5 to 10 now. Actually, I think it's heading towards 10 now. So 5 is confirmed. Those are the guys that are actually making money on a regular basis, and this is the reason I do these things, because I feel when I know someone actually benefiting, and someone actually, if I could have changed someone's, I won't say life, but way of the improving their helping towards the goal. And this is what drives me, to be honest. I really don't need to do through telegrams. It's not making me any money. That's the one thing. Telegram is not making me money. YouTube not making me money. Everything else is nothing is making me money. So why am I actually spending time to try to do this? Because I'm happy to make a little bit of money with my account. I'm more than happy. But eventually, that's the goal, is eventually if I can find those good traders, we can build a community. Maybe take another few years. Eventually, I do believe that is possible. And that's when I would say, yeah, I actually achieved something through this time. Time is not wasted. Now my time is not wasted. If that was a year ago, I would say wasted, because I was just about to say goodbye to everything because guys are not taking it seriously. Not seriously. Eventually, I found those guys. I set out for 100. I managed to end up with 10. That's a success for me. 10 guys that makes money among the 95%. I don't think there's even many professional traders could come to me and say, I've got 10 guys that made money last whole year. I don't think any even on YouTube, there's followers of 50,000, 100,000. they can't come anywhere. They cannot really come to me and prove it to me that 5 to 10 guys made money throughout the year. I just cannot see that is they were able to prove it to me. So that's what this is what the guys are not. The reason the guys are not taking me seriously is because maybe I don't have those 50,000 followers, because I literally started my YouTube channel, but I am not there to make money through anything else. If everything else works, that's great. But main thing is, you know what? I got 5, 10 guys. I can work with them forever, long as they want me. Then if I can get another 5 or 10, and that's something that for next year, so we can just add on like this. But I would not be wasting my time like sitting there and I don't see any guys making any effort. It's not going to happen, because unless I get paid to do it, yes, I'll do it, because time is worth something. Then we're going to eventually going to come to me where, well, my time is worth something. But right now, you know what? I see guys with small account, but a lot of guys are really wants to take, because a lot of the guys lost money, so much money beforehand. I can't do anything about that. All I can do is help you to not do the same thing again, and hopefully could build a strategy around it, and that could change. And remember, guys, no matter how much money you lost in the past, if you just get it right, these lost money be recovered. That's without a question. No matter how much money you lost, you should never say, I lost money, I need to make money. If you just stick to it, where, you know what, I lost it, whatever I've done it. Now it's a time for me to find out the reason why I lost it. If you start getting back to that, instead of trying to make the money, if you try to make the money, the more money you're going to lose. And if you just put a stop to it and say, you know what, I lost it, but I need to know, I want to find out the reason why I lost it. So when you start looking for the reason, you're going to learn more. Doable, but it takes a lot of time and patience as well. So you guys, I don't know how much you guys lost. I know guys that actually contacted me as well. I don't name it because they're actually in the group as well. I really don't want to, because this is personal information. I haven't got the confirmation from them, so I can't really name it. But the guys actually have lost. It's like 9 grand, 5 grand, 10 grand. But the thing is, they have recovered. So that is way of moving forward, and that is not done through just overnight. It was done through a process. So that's why I said, if you put a stop to it, then we'll have a better chance of succeeding. And if you say to yourself, I lost, I need to make the money, unfortunately, you're just going to put yourself under pressure, and that's going to lead you to lose more money. Because I really don't have anything to give. Seriously, guys, you guys probably think, oh, what else can I give? I don't have anything. For the last 2 years, everything I shared is just there. It's just that a lot of you guys are not taking things seriously. That's all I can say. And I'm just going to call it an evening. And as I said, guys, with YouTube, if it doesn't work, I'm just going to go back to square one. Less headache. I'm free. And guys that seriously, they want to learn, they're going to learn anyways, and they will spend the time. And apart from that, I'm done with it. It's just taking too much time, guys. I'm trying to get things in. Guys not giving much. The reason that guys not taking it seriously is because what I'm doing is so simple. Can anyone make money from this simple dumb thing in front of you? The answer is this is what actually makes majority of the guys money. It's just too simple. Maybe sometimes, you say too good to be true, but I'm doing it. I'm sending you guys signals. I'm literally for last year and a half, 2 years, and then still guys don't believe that. Where is this coming from? Analysis is there, entry is there, targets there. Guys still don't. They think there's some other magical stuff around. Unfortunately, there's nothing else I can do, guys. This is all I have, and this is all I learned, and I don't have anything else to even share, to be honest. Hopefully you guys take things, note things down, and hopefully just help you guys with trading as well. Right, cheers, man. But unfortunately, none of you guys actually say even a single word. I just really didn't get it. Anyway, guys, good luck, and hopefully we'll meet up some other time. Right, take care. Right, take care, man.